Hello everyone, today I will be presenting my project on Telecom Churn Analysis dashboard, which is an end-to-end interactive system built using Streamlit, Python, and machine learning. The goal of this project is to analyze telecom customer data and identify churn patterns, customer sentiment, and business insights. This dashboard helps telecom companies like Airtel, Jio, and Vi to make data-driven decisions to reduce the churn. Now let's look at the dashboard overview. This dashboard is divided into 5 main sections: data cleaning, EDA, exploratory data analysis, model, forecasting, and business dashboard. Now let's look at the data cleaning section. In this section, we process raw telecom data, handle missing values, remove duplicates, and prepare structured data set. By clicking on Run Data Cleaning, the script executes and generates a clean data set. We can also preview the clean data set directly in the dashboard. We can also look at the execution logs. Next, we go to EDA, Exploratory Data Analysis. Here, we analyze the patterns in the data using visualization. Key insights include customer rating, sentiment distribution, and complaint patterns. After we click on Run EDA, the graphs are generated and displayed. These visuals help to understand the customer behavior and trend. We can see here different plots like rating distribution, reviews by the provider, average rating by a provider, etc. Here we can also view at the execution log, which has various performance metrics like mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, min and max. Now let's look at the model. In this section, we train models to predict churn, evaluate performance using accuracy scores. We also display the model comparison charts, confusion matrix. This helps identify which model performs best in the churn. Here we have executed the script and we can see the execution logs where we can see precision, recall, F1 score and support values of each of the model. Here three models are used, which is logistic regression, random forest and gradient boosting. Here we can see the confusion matrix and model accuracy comparison graph. Now let's look at the forecasting. This is one of the most important metrics of dashboard. Here we select a telecom provider like Airtel, Jio or Vi. Run forecasting on those models and get the data. The system predicts future churn trends, peak churn periods, and average churn values. It also gives insights like increasing churn, decreasing churn, and stable trends. This helps companies take preventive actions in advance. Now let's select Jio as the provider and run the forecast. We can see the baseline MAE, baseline RMSE, profit MAE, and profit RMSE. So here two models are used, which is baseline and profit for the calculation. Here we can see the various plots of Jio, profit, and actual versus forecast graph. We can see the insight that the churn is rising in the latest forecast video and trend direction is increasing and average predicted churn is 3.09 and peak churn period is given. Now let's look at the business dashboard. So this is the final and most interactive section. It provides KPI metrics which includes total reviews, average ratings, sentiment score, churn percentage, complaint rate. Provider comparison, compare Airtel, Jio, Vi and identify the best and worst performers. We can see this KPI overview. Best and worst providers. Here best performing provider is the Jio and Airtel needs attention. It is also provider comparison by average rating by provider and sentiment analysis. Here we can see the issue analysis based on network issue, then billing issue, then support issue and app issue. There are also dynamic insights where we can see highest churn provider is Airtel and lowest is Airtel using the scripts. If the user can interact with the slider, which is a new feature we have added, where providers are classified into high risk, medium risk and low risk. This helps businesses prioritize problem areas. So if we set the threshold to 38, we can see that Airtel, Jio and Vi risk level becomes low. If we set it back to the 10, then we can see that Airtel is at high risk, Jio is at low and Vi is at the medium risk. So from this dashboard, providers with low ratings often have high churn. Complaint rate strongly impacts customer retention. Forecasting helps predict future risks. In conclusion, this dashboard combines data cleaning, analysis, machine learning, and forecasting, provides real time insights, helps telecom companies reduce churn and improve services. I hope this dashboard provides valuable insights into telecom customer behavior. Now that we
Three main sections: KPIs, comparison charts, and issue analysis. First of all, talking about the KPI section. At the top, we have KPI cards showing overall performance metric like total reviews, average rating, sentiment score, and the churn ratio. This provide a quick summary of the customer experience across all the providers. Now, coming to the comparison charts. This is a bar chart showing average rating by provider. It helps compare customer satisfaction level. From this, we can see that the Geo has the highest rating, while Airtel has the lowest. Then coming to the provided versus strong churn. This chart represents churn risk using the percentage values. Airtel has the highest churn, indicating a higher risk of losing customers, while Geo has the lowest one. Then coming to the sentiment line chart. This chart shows average sentiment, which represents the emotional tone of a customer reviews. Geo and V shows positive sentiment, while Airtel shows negative sentiment, indicating the dissatisfaction. Coming to the provider versus complaint rate, we have a dot plot. This is a dot plot representing complaint rate per 100,000 users. It provides a clean comparison of customer complaints. V has the highest complaint rate while Geo has the lowest. Then we have the issue analysis, issue comparison, group bar chart. This group bar chart shows different types of issues such as network billing, support, and app related problems for each of the providers. Each provider is broken down into multiple issue categories for the detailed comparison. So from this chart, we can observe that the network issues are the most common. As we can see, for each of the provider, network issue is more, and following this problem across all the providers, billing issues, and then may these are the major drivers of customer dissatisfaction. So overall, the dashboard helps identify which providers are at the risk and what specific issues need to be addressed to improve the customer experience and reduce the churn. Thank you.